Hey everybody, it's Randy from Wimp Studios. You may have caught some of my Unity 5 game developer tutorials before. Today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to look at a brand new 3D game engine released by Amazon today. It's called Lumberyard. It's a branch off of the CryEngine. Amazon and Crytek made some kind of deal last year, and now Amazon has kind of expanded a bit. Now it's supposed to work with not only consoles and PCs, but they also got to work with mobile and VR. And the main thing is it's integrated with AWS, Amazon's Web Services. I don't know if you're not familiar with that. We can go over that a bit, but there's a lot there. Also, it's supposed to be integrated with Twitch, the live streaming service. So let's get started by downloading the engine itself. It should have the editor, couple examples probably, and all the source. So it's very large. So it's aws.amazon.com/lumberyard, and just follow the links to download. I actually already downloaded this, but yeah, you click the link here, it will start to download. It's 10 gigabytes zipped, and then you're going to extract it, and it's going to be 40 gigs. So make sure you have plenty of space. I was on the forums, and it looks like a lot of people are running into issues trying to just install this thing. It took me a while because I had to clean up some space. But yeah, once you have it, it should look like this. And we're going to run it in a bit, but let's look at what it offers first. So here's their whole pitch. Like I said, integrated with AWS and Twitch. It's free. There's no royalties. You do pay for AWS as you use it. I think you get a free tier for a year, so you can use it for a limited amount and not be charged anything. After a year, there is, I think, a monthly fee. But yeah, if you don't have an account, you can sign up for AWS here, and we'll look at some of the things they offer in just a bit. So yeah, the whole point of game engines is supposed to make it easier, more accessible for game devs to create something, to create an engine, to create a game without having to write their own engine, having to do their own physics, without having to do their own art pipelines, and basically just to make the entire process more, basically to simplify the entire process. So, the history of game engines, back when I was first getting started, when I went to school for this kind of thing, we would use, the cheap engines that were kind of coming out, like Torque. I don't know if you guys know Torque, or Game Maker, which is actually really doing well now with Game Maker Studio. You can develop for a bunch of different platforms. But of course, we all know Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine used to be heavily licensed, very expensive. Like, you would have to call them up to get a quote, and it was probably $500,000, $1 million. I don't know. It was a lot. Those are the things, Activision and EA and all the big companies would use. One of the engines they would license. And now, AAA developers can license things like the Source engine and Crytek engine. But indie devs, we are living in a fantastic time because we have the option to not only use Unity. There's a free version, which is basically now the same thing as the pro version. You just have to show a splash screen. That's it. I think there may be some licensing, some fees you have to pay if your game takes off. I'm not sure about that. I haven't quite had a hit game yet. But and then Unreal, which is, in my opinion, it is the AAA game engine still. It's meant, they're trying to get into the indie space. I believe they offer a free, I think it's free now as well. Again, you have to share profits or something like that. But it's very hardcore. Unreal takes a bit to get into. I was trying out UDK for a while, which now I believe they don't really have because the new Unreal Engine pretty much does the same thing. But yeah, Unity 5 is pretty much where I would recommend you get started if you're looking for a new game engine. Plenty of tutorials out there. But for anyone who's curious on what the latest and greatest is, what's cutting edge, this is probably it. This is Lumberyard's beta game engine right now. So again, They say you can create high quality games, and since it is built off of the engine that built Crysis, You can believe that. And so it looks like you're kind of seeing here, you're seeing the editor, and it's very graphical. I haven't even opened it yet, so we're going to go through that together. It's going to be a sort of unboxing experience. But yet, it comes with scripting tools, so they're saying you don't even have to be a programmer or engineer. You know, your designers can script together the AI or whatever. And we've seen this a lot before, but you know, the difference here is that it's supposed to be integrated with Amazon server-side stuff. So we will see how that goes. And then they also have the drag and drop visual scripting, which I think has been done really well. And well, it gets messy, but Game Maker Studio has been doing that for a while. Let's see, deploy and scale multiplayer games. So this is using what Amazon calls GameLift. It's a new service on AWS. And it's supposed to do what used to take, you know, thousands of man hours, simply launch multiplayer game sessions and manage all of that. So we can take a look at that, maybe not this video, but at some point, if you guys are interested. And then Twitch. So Twitch actually has the ability to, and I haven't tried this, but I have seen some videos of it, to do some kind of, you can control certain games by sending certain commands. So the crowd can play games. And so what this engine is doing by partnering with Twitch is they're trying to build that into games from the beginning, you know. And another feature supposedly is like you can very easily have your audience join into your game, just start playing with you as well. If you're an avid Twitch streamer and have a bunch of fans. So, you know, they're thinking from the ground up, how can we integrate Twitch into games easily? And so we'll see how well they've done this the more we use it, but it's a good idea. And this is the world now. This is what people are thinking when they're building game engines. Let's see, and it's free, full source. So we will look at that source. Again, I don't know how technical it is. I don't know if that's something you're going to be trying to rewrite. The whole point of having a tool, at least for beginners, is so you can actually get something done. You can get something on paper, so to say. Something deployed, some prototype, rapid prototyping. And look at these views. It's almost got a Clash of Clans feel to it. Yeah, so I'm very excited about this. Let's give it a try. All right, so I am running the launcher, and this is where we create our first project. So pick a location. Let's just put it on the desktop for now. All right. What do you want to do? Lumberyard Launcher will verify that you have the required software. Okay. Run the game. Run the Lumberyard editor and tools. That's what we want to do. Compile the game code. Compile the engine asset pipeline. Compile Lumberyard editor and tools. This is odd. You know, I have not seen this before. I don't know if this is because beta or this is a new way of doing things. But okay, let's just run the Lumberyard editor and tools. That's what we want to do, right? Invalid path. Okay, you know what? I ruined it. Let's start over. All right, verify the location where you've installed Lumberyard. Okay, yeah, right now it's just in our downloads folder. That's fine for this video. So we're gonna click run the Lumberyard editor and tools as our option here. Required software. Okay, so what do they use? Audio Kinetic WY's LTX authoring tool. WY's LTX is comprehensive audio middleware. All right, doesn't come with it. You know, 40 gigs, you think you would have everything you need, but again, it is beta. Let's see. All right, agree to their terms here. All right, so while we're waiting for that to install, let's look at what AWS offers. So they have a lot of services. It's hard to keep track of. But so the basics, what I'm familiar with at least. compute. You can do cloud computing with an EC2, scalable virtual machines. And then you have storage. S3 is where you can store just bulk data. And then you have databases where you actually can store relational data. And some networking tools, developer tools, management tools, security tools, analytics, things with big data, and Internet of Things, which is awesome. So you can connect a bunch of devices through the cloud. Mobile services, Cognito, which is basically iCloud for synchronizing app data, mobile analytics, device farm, where you can test all the different devices available, application services, AppStream, you can stream resource intensive apps from the cloud, API gateway, so like Parse, Enterprise, we don't need that, and GameLift, as I mentioned before. Will handle multiplayer matchmaking and session handling, something that we definitely want to look at some point. But if this really is easy to just get started and just plug and play and it works, this would be nice. So it's something that I would definitely look into and try out when I get a chance. And we're still installing. Yeah, this is a crazy install process. Make sure you have the space and the time. Okay, and now we need, it says optional. So FFmpeg is for encoding video. I don't know that we're going to be probably for cutscenes or something. Let's skip it for now. We do need DirectX redistributable. So actually it says here FFmpeg is to capture video, which makes sense since you're encoding it. Maybe something to do with Twitch. Let's skip this one for now. Installed software. Okay, that's all installed. Let's go next. Alright, plugins. Select the plugins you want to install. These plugins allow you to use certain features and functionality between a third-party software and Lumberyard. Alright, RC shell commands, Photoshop. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can incorporate your art pipeline. So you just hook up Maya and then it feeds directly into the editor. That's cool. I'm gonna have to try that. For now, let's skip it. Alright, so let's launch editor now. So yeah, this really is more of a AAA game engine. I would say it's less indie, or at least it's not as friendly as like Unity, not right out of the box at least. Again, it is beta. Look at this asset processor. This is intense. Alright, welcome to Lumberyard. So they want you to log in. Alright, we're here. We're finally in the editor. And there's a bunch of pending jobs. This thing is intense. This is awesome though. Okay. So we can open a level, start a new level, get started guide, tutorials, documentation form. Let's just do a quick getting started guide. Why not? Introduction. Welcome to Lumberyard Editor Getting Started Guide. Lumberyard is free. Yeah, we know what it is now. Okay. Really do like the lighting in this. This is nice. Let's do an editor overview. I was hoping this was actually in the editor. Alright. From here, select new level. Name the level. Select the dimensions. You know what? That's pretty intuitive. Let me just do it. Temp level. Sounds good. In levels. Use terrain. Height map. Meters per pixel. Alright. Please enter a level name. Different than the temporary. Okay. I will name this unboxing level. Alright. Let's go with 496 by 496. And look at this. This is some hacker stuff right here. Okay. Look at that. What is our average frame rate? 60 FPS. Okay. It's loading the scene. This is cool. I don't know why this is so cool. Alright. How do we move the view? Okay, right click lets you look around. Very cool. Okay. Select and move. We don't have anything to select. Let's create something. Let's go. Is there an assets folder here? We got the terrain. There's your AWS services. Prefabs. Open all. Sure. That doesn't do it. Here we go. Here's our objects. We got AI. Let's just throw some AI in here. That'd be awesome if they just already had it. That's cool. So they got all the pathing points. I was hoping for like a prefab of just a car or something you just throw in. Let's see. There's the terrain. Modeling. Alright, how do I select vegetation? No. And that's how you snap back. Okay, good to know. Actor entity. Let's see if we can get a player and they can browse. No. You know what? Oh, here we go. Prefabs. Browse. Nothing. Alright, so because I created a new level, there's absolutely nothing in this game. I mean, we could try loading objects and see what comes up. Downloads. There we go. Let's just open up a project, okay? Start over. Go back to getting started. Run the Lumberyard editor and tools. Let's try run the game. There we go. Sample projects, multiplayer project. Launch the editor. Open level. So levels, Twitch chat basics, samples. Don't die. That sounds interesting. Let's look at don't die, everybody. Out in space, okay. Let's see if we can just run this. Switch to game. Boom, I'm in game. Don't die, Randroid. Whoa, how they know my name? Mind blown. Maybe it's because I've played their mobile game services before. That's insane. Oh, and I died. Alright, what's the controls? And high score. Or no high score. A solid 60 frames though. Alright, starting over. Okay. And I'm into the editor. Switch to game. Alright, move. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, that's cool. That's what they meant by don't die. It's terrible to control. Alright. Interesting. Exit that. Let's try something else. Nope, not new. Mover sample. Zoom out. Whoa, this guy's cool. Look at this little guy. This is supposed to be like a BB-8 meets Wally. Hey, what was that command? Oh, okay. Each one of these is an example. It says example 2, move loop. Okay. How do I enter it? Whoa. Multiple objects. Oh, okay, I see. So, each one of these Rubik's Cubes is showing some AI apparently. So this one moved to the top. This one moving in a loop up and down. This one loop and rotate. This one's just rotating. This one rotate 180 and speed up over time. It's so fast you can't even see it moving. No. This one is rotate around a linked target. Rotate and accelerate up to max speed. Look at that. It's tearing apart. It's so fast. And rotate up to max speed, then back to 0. Must have missed that one. Rotate up to max speed, then back to 0. Looped. And this one is crazy. Multiple objects rotate around self. Linked to, I can't read that. A large something. Move target based on keyboard input and sets another object. I moved it. Oh, there we go. How am I doing this? Okay, so J, L, I, down is K. So I'm moving that. That's cool. What about these ones? Cannot move. That's cool. So let's break this down. So we kind of know how that one was working. Now, where's the code for this? Where are these objects? Select. Yeah, this is new. This is not your typical Unity setup here. Alright, so that's enough random poking around for tonight. I'm gonna probably do one of the tutorials and try to come at this from another angle, because right now it is chaos. Yeah, this obviously is, there's a lot going on here, but I'm not gonna crack it all tonight. So let's do a tutorial for the next video. So everything from installing, which we did, placing a camera, the lighting, and game scripting. This is the one thing I could not find everywhere I looked. Alright, so I'll look into all that. But yeah, go ahead and comment. Let me know if you got any questions. If you actually tried it out, let me know what you thought. Alright, till next time.